Drac here with another episode of Killer Vape Reviews. And today, we're going to be going down close and taking a look at something that's a little different and a little bit more unique. Today, we're going to be looking at the e-pipe. So, today we're going to be looking at the e-pipe mod. It's a mechanical hybrid mod, I guess you could say. It does have a wire in it, connecting the positive wire to the 510 that's inside of the mod itself that you can connect stuff to, and it's a pretty neat little thing. It doesn't vape anything like the AdiCube does or the IPV does, but that's because it is kind of a regulated device. It's very simple, very easy to use, one-of-a-kind type device. So without further ado, we will dive down close, take a look at it, and vape on it. But also, before I do anything, the reason why I am doing these this one is because there's not a lot of English reviews on this. A lot of it's from Europe and in either French or Portuguese or Spanish or German. A lot of them in German. So this is going to be one of the few English ones you're going to be able to see that's from the United States. So just hang in there and I'll be right back and we can get down close and we can take a look at it. Alright, so now we are. This is the package that you get when you order this. I got this one off of eBay, but they make the exact same kind off of Fast Tech for around the same price. This one is a more expensive kind off of Fast Tech. I paid $17. No, I'm sorry. I paid $10 for this off of eBay. It was originally marked $17, but he discounted the price because he couldn't get rid of it. And I got it for a steal at $10. But its normal price is $17.99. Free shipping on eBay. I will leave a description of the guy's store on eBay inside the description box below. But right now we're going to take a look at this. So with this kit, it's a kit. You get a few things. You get your mod. You get an 18350 battery. You get a Vivinova, standard Vivinova. Now, Vivinova, we all know what a Vivinova is. It's a little bit of a pain in the butt to get out of here, but gotta get it out anyway. So here's the Vivinova. It actually didn't come with that drip tip. It came with this one, and I just thought that the other one would look a lot sexier as a pipe, so I put that one on there. It's a regular top tank, and yes, this one does have my stuff in it. It's back in the thing specifically for this review. So let's get a little bit more light down here so we can see more. There we go. So, comes with that. Comes with the single 18350, but they did add a second one for me. And it comes with your mod yourself. Mod yourself is really cool. Has a nice clicky button. Awesome little thing. The battery cap like this is what unscrews in the bottom. Just like that. And you can see inside. You got the little button going on. That's how it goes. It does have a wire to it. I'll show you that later. And I got the camera one because I think the camera one is awesome looking. You would take your battery, put it in just like you would any other device. On this device, it does not self-fire as long as you have a flat cap. If you have one of the button tops, the ones that have the button that raises out, it will fire. And if that's the case and you have those, you just flip it around because on the bottom you have a brass spring. This mod is brass, coated brass, all inside. If you open up the top, and the top does come off, if I can get it off. There it goes. How to give myself a little jump start. You can see here's the fire button. Right here. With the Delrin ring around it. And as you see, there is a wire in there. Right there. Very slightly see that there's a wire in there. And that's how it fires. So what you would do is you would not even have to really mess with this a whole lot. You would just tighten this back up. It's really smooth, pieces there. And you just take your 510 connection. This is only a 510. It's not an Ego. Like an Ego, like this. Will not fit in here. It does not tighten up. It doesn't do anything. I don't even think it fires. But there's not Ego threaded. This one is actually a... well, I'll tell more about that when we get up to top. So you just do it in there just like that. And if you listen, it does work. Very good little mod. I want to get a better tank for it, but until then, this tank is just amazing. It works good. Hitting it like a pipe. This is a fun little gadget. It ain't nothing compared to the Addy Cubed, where I can just blow clouds. This one's very, very light, very small. And I think with a better drip tip, which I had ordered, it just hasn't come in yet, and a better tank, it'll work great. Now, with me going through it and talking about what's going on the inside, we will actually just go up and we will vape on it and talk about it. Alright, so let's talk a little bit about this and vape on it. I'll show you some production. This little Addy, or this little mod here, is awesome. It feels good in your hands. It's a heavy sucker. It's called in a style of what they call hammer pipes, e-pipes. And that's because it looks like a hammer in your hand. Could probably use this thing as a hammer. It weighs a good 4 ounces or so. I know someone who had weighed it and did tell me it weighs that much. Really good clicky button. Really good drag to it. It takes a 3.7 volt 18350. And that's all it puts out. 3.7 volts. You cannot alter this like you can on IPV or anything else. And now just to show you the difference in capabilities, I got this one sub-ohming at 0.2 ohms, running 3.16 volts. And that's on my low end. So it blows. This thing, all this thing is good for is just to chill and relax. I go to the VFW, Veteran of Foreign Wars, often, and I get hackled for having this around. So this will be a nice little difference things to kind of just chill and I'm not a big fan of the Vivinovas, but it does do its purpose, very much so. I do have a Derringer. Let's see how this Derringer works in here. Just curiosity floating its boat. See how this Derringer hits it, if I can get it on. This Derringer is very finicky to get onto this thing. I'll show you how the Derringer looks. Derringer's only running a single coil. And I got my Killer Vapes Cafe Massacre. It's my coffee flavored vape, made with natural coffee extract, which makes it very caffeinated goodness. And I'll just pop this sucker in here. Very different looking. This is like a little stubby. It doesn't even want to read it. So for some reason, this RDA is not even one to read on here. So it's very, very, very difficult to use different kind of atomizers on as well. But if I take this off of here and I pop my Derringer on it, I'm going to vape this one. Oh. Oh, look at that. Something's wrong with the atomizer. This doesn't work very well. But if I go back in my bag and I grab out my sub-ohm running a 0.2, this will run a 0.2 mod. It's not suggested that you do a 0.2 mod, but it does do it. This is running Carrie's Cherries from Killer Vapes. I use my own e-juice a lot. But you can see it doesn't have much of a kick to it. And that's because it's not putting out a lot of power to it. If you want to vape off of one of these, I'd stick to your above low resistance, above sub-ohm vapes, because it produces more vapor. It takes a lot of power to vape 0.2. This is my Heracles. This is a clone of the Smok E-pipe. That's all it's called, Smok E-pipe, which eventually was turned into, on their second production, to a Smok Pioneer E-pipe, and then went on to become something more over the years. I know this is a very old mod, and this is a very old, you know, whatever you guys would want to call it. But for me, this is one of those nice things where I can just sit at home and take a good long drag, and it does produce a decent amount of vapor. Just have fun. Or if I'm at the VFW, like I said, I can sit there and I can just very concealable, and it is a very cool and unique device. I am going to give a 2-week review on this in a couple weeks, and I will post about how it's going on, and I might even vlog a little bit with me using this. Just because I want you guys to get the full effect of what I'm going through with this mod. It comes with a really nice case, really neat little case, of the extra 18650 batteries, plus actually having an 18350 battery in it is awesome to begin with, because if you get the Smok, it's just this. This is a kit that comes with the mod, the tank, and a ghetto drip tip, but it's a drip tip. With Killer Vape Reviews, this is Dan, or Drake, signing off.